If you're here for the first time, please subscribe to my channel, tick like so that Facebook can start sharing my channel, my videos, please. And subscribe, please. And I want to bring back the story of the latest issue with migration and about the last issue we're hearing now. The story is that the Court of Appeal have tell the Epping Council that they don't have any right to remove the migrant from the hotel because the plan was for them to remove them from next month. And now the Court of Appeal has squashed it and said, no, they're not going to do that. And then the Epping Council district is planning to take them to Supreme Court because it's not over. They don't think the case is over until it's over. So they're going to take them to the next court, Supreme Court, and see if they're gonna get their wish to remove the migrant from there. And other councils are still gearing up. These migrants are just the migrants that came in from with the boats and some of the illegal migrants in the country. So they think it's weighing down their national purse. Housing them in the hotel, keeping them in the hotel costs them a lot. Not just in Epping Council District, there are other places, and even in London, over here in West Midland, everywhere they're housing them in the hotel because there is no house. Citizens need house, and there is not enough house for citizens. So it's becoming a thing. So they're looking out for it. Equally myself, I'm a migrant. I came into this country, but I come through normal way. I came in with my EU passport, with my whole family. No, I couldn't stay in Italy. I couldn't stay. I lived in Italy. I couldn't stay in Italy because my kids were growing then and they were going to school. And the school they were going, the language was a big problem for me. At the point, I started finding it difficult to do their schoolwork at primary school. Can you imagine when my son, they were so brilliant. And then I can't just sit there, watch them. I can't even do the actual assignment with them because the assignment was becoming difficult. What we learn, like parents, we just learn the street language that you can just use to go to work and collect your money back and then pay your bill. But the actual language that they have to, like the phonetics and everything, I couldn't know it. I was struggling, and that was hurting my heart. When I sit down and look at my children, I'm thinking, "Hey, is that where I ended up?" And I'm like, mm-mm, "I have to take a move. I have to take a step of faith." Then what we did was we planned it. We moved the kids here. I came on a holiday, found a house, rented it out, paid, and then came back, went back to Italy, packed up our things and brought them over. They were happy, but at that point, my kids were missing their friends, but they were kids. I told them that we can manage. And what happened is that when we moved over, things start changing. My life in Italy, I'm not going to go back to that life again. It wasn't a nice life you think about when you moved away from Nigeria and come all the way to what we think in Nigeria when we're there, that the life you face and everything is like yo yo yo, and then you come over, you're like, what? When I arrived in Italy, the next day I wanted to go back. The next day I wanted to go back. And then when I started having the gut to tell my husband, look, I don't want to stay here, I wanted to go back. By then I think I was pregnant, and that stopped me. And my husband was like, where are you going? You're not going anywhere with my child, you know? Are you gonna go home and do what? You know? And then this is how I started staying. But staying in Italy was a tough life. It wasn't easy. I was working, my husband was working, my kids were in school. It was difficult for me to bring my mom. Then my mom was alive, and I tried to bring my mom. I did every process in Lagos. My old mom went all the way from the east to Lagos to do his paper with her paper with my sister. And here in Italy, they told me in the office, oh, that though. They just refused bluntly. There wasn't anything wrong with my paper, nothing. They refused to give me paper to bring my mom. Then I had three child. I had the third one. My little girl was just 3 months when I took her to day center. So she started day center from 3 months. That was the getaway I had then. Then I had to go back to work. But the stress I was facing, Thank God I was young then, so I could manage it with my, with my age. I was able to manage the stressful life then. It was tough. I couldn't have managed it now. Then I'll go to work at 8 o'clock. I won't have any break. And I finish at 4 p.m. I went straight to my school, to my kids' school, pick them up. It was stressful. It was stressful. At the point I was just like, how long am I gonna do this? And it was worrying. My husband was so worried about it. So we started planning. As soon as he got his citizenship, because in Italy they'll give whoever has stayed over 10 years will apply. They'll give that person and give the children. I didn't get it. I'm like, I'm not staying. As soon as I know that I can use my kids' passport and move them over, I took it a step of faith. But then my husband was like, oh, how are we gonna manage? Is it gonna be possible that we too will stop working and be able to feed the kids? But we were so lucky when we were leaving the job. They gave him a severance pay. Yeah, they gave him enough money that we used in moving our things over, and we came over here and everything. We came in recession time. It was a tough life as well. But we were able to find job, we were able to start systemizing. I didn't have document to get a job because I came in with Nigerian passport. But what happened was that then my Nigerian passport, I had to start applying for my Italian passport here. I applied for my Italian passport here and I got it. But then I've stayed like over 10 years. I was 11 years in Italy before I came over here. So I applied for my Italian passport here and it was given to me. But with my Nigerian passport, having an Italian husband document, you know, I was able to start work. So I started job, the minor job that got me through. I was a trained teacher in Nigeria, but come over here, they told me, oh, you have to do this, you have to do this level one, level two, blah 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 blah. I started them, but teaching here, by then my kids were growing as well. So I found it so stressful to manage. So I had to slide into SEN, special need education, and from there I started doing care, and that ended up in doing care. I love what I'm doing, and it's such a good job, and I love it. There's no regret about my job, and the kids have all grown now. You know, they've all grown now, doing their own thing, gone to university and working. Then in Italy, this is one of the things that kept worrying me. How am I gonna manage? By then they were in primary school and I was so stressful. If they go into secondary school, how is life is gonna be? Imagine where you have kids and you're not able to um join them and help them with their schoolwork. It was tough. It was tough. It was a tough life. It was tough then. I'm not looking forward to the believe me, my life there, I left everything there. I don't even want to go back thinking about it, thinking about that. So when we moved over here, we systemized and things start flourishing. And because I moved over here, this country looked after me. There's nothing. I will never, never be a bad girl in this country. No. And I've taught my kids as well. We loved it. So being a migrant is not an issue, but how do you come in? How do you come in? Are you coming in to stress the state? Are you coming in to make people uncomfortable like these migrants that will come in and start fiddling, start doing things against the rule of law, causing attention. So you can imagine this one migrant that have gone out to do this, whatever he has done, allegedly, and end up throwing the whole state, the whole country, bringing out issues. So have a plan. Like us that came in as a economic migrant. That's why where I come from. Come out from school and look for job. Many doctors, many qualified professionals are moving out because of not having that job in their own country. And then you moved in here, you start, I don't know what is in your head. Immediately you come in, you start going the wrong way, you know. So is that why you came in? Hmm? You're not just the only migrant. Many migrants that have come over. Look at there are so many people in that parliament that their parents are migrants as well. And they were able to bless the country and the country keep flourishing. And then we all came in and things changed for us. We're so happy. So I don't know why I will come in and become a negative person. This country have looked after me, looked after my children, still looking after me. Look, I can sit here. get up, go to bed at any time. Something I can do here that if I go to my own country, I can't even do it. You know, you'll be walking on the road, you'll be scared. Oh, are there kidnappers? Are there this? Are there that? You know, those things doesn't happen here. You go to work, you get your salary, they pay you at the right time, you get your money, you have the authority to eat your money without anybody coming to tell you, oh, give me that money. Those things you don't do it where I come from. So I don't know why I have the will to come in and I want to do something negative. No, no. Being a migrant doesn't give you that audacity to be negative and be to be somehow. No, no, no. You have to before you come in. You have must have read about that country, think about that country, know the norms at least. Come in and then watch. Try to learn. Try to learn and be positive. You know. So thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. And then I hope please subscribe to my channel. I'm a newbie, but I'm hoping I'll get there very soon. So subscribe to my channel, Ihu Lifestyle channel. And thank you for those who have subscribed to my channel. Looking forward to keep bringing you information and news as much as I can.